What is going on, my fish tank people? Welcome back to AquaMalik. I know it's been a little while since I've been making these regular updates, but for everybody that has stuck around for the last little while, I would like to let you know that there's a lot of new updates coming and a lot of cool content. And I want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members who have requested this particular video, which is how we are going to make Pleco Ceramics Pleco Paste. A lot of you guys have messaged me and asked me or commented and stuff like that. And a huge shout out to Leo, who's a channel member, who this video is actually dedicated to you, Leo, because you've been asking for this for quite a while now. And I'm sorry I took some time to make this. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Thomas. You guys might know him as Dr. Thomas. I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Thomas, who recorded these video clips that you will see on this side over here, and exactly how he makes this particular food. I want to also give a shout out to Pleco Ceramics. Not a paid advertisement. I've been using these Pleco tablets with my Angelfish Plecos and I've been getting magnificent results. I'm very happy with it. If you guys do want to order some of this stuff, including this as well as the paste, highly recommend doing that. I personally really enjoyed this particular one because I don't have to make it and I've been getting really good results. But the paste is really good also for anybody that's keeping various types of plecos. If it is an omnivorous pleco, you can add little bits of worms and mosquito larvae and gameras and bloodworms, and I guess bloodworms is probably not a good idea, but brine shrimp and other things into the mix to make your paste. And if you have a more herbivorous pleco like your Angelfish, you can add more spirulina and green peas and other things that you can ground up and mix in with your paste so that you can make it more nutritious and change the diet a little bit throughout the year for your plecos. Now, a huge shout out to Yuri from Pleco Ceramics. Just want to say, if you guys are going to buy any food, highly recommend going to plecoceramics.com and placing orders for some of these dry goods. They are actually in the middle of a war right now, Ukrainians, and you know, my thoughts are, prayers are with everybody in Ukraine and with Yuri and Pleco Ceramics. And they might not be able to ship it to you right away, but if you do place orders, it will definitely help them out. And I definitely think that this is one of the best foods that I have in my fish room for my Angelfish. And Dr. Thomas is going to show you how he makes this Pleco Ceramics Pleco Paste for his Hypancistrus, including his super white L336 and his Hypancistrus zebras. So without further ado, let's get into this video and check out how we make this Pleco Paste. And watch till the end because you don't want to miss out on this cool content. And if you are new here, subscribe and hit that notification so you do not miss out on this cool videos. Thank you so much, and let's get into this video and see how we make this Pleco Paste.
Produced by Malik.
So once you've acquired your paste food powder from Pleco Ceramics, the first thing you're going to need is something like this. This is a slate stone. I will actually put a video clip of what Thomas uses as slate over here so you guys can see. You want something that is inert and also somewhat porous or with some type of structured texture on the sides, on the face of it, so that the paste that you're going to make can stick to it properly and dry up perfectly. So you need some type of a slate or a rock or something, and make sure you use something that is inert, because if you use something that is that has high KH values, it will dissolve in your tank and increase your KH and also increase your pH as a result. So be very careful to pick either slate or some type of rock or whatever it is that you're going to use. Make sure the plates you're using are inert and it does not release any KH plus into your tank. So some examples of good plates are, you might just saw that. So this next video shows you exactly how Thomas mixes it, and he'll show you exactly how he does. He'll make about 2 weeks worth of food at once, and he leaves them out after they dry, so it seems to be good outside, but you can also refrigerate it. You can take the mix and also refrigerate the mix. So he shows exactly how the mix is made here, how much water is added. On Pleco Ceramics official website, Yuri has a specific formula, but Thomas specifically said that you need to add a little bit more water. You can see here he doesn't actually measure it, he just pours some and then mixes it. He wants to get it into a wet consistency, almost like runny snot. So you might see that on the next video up, and exactly how what consistency he gets it to. So you don't want it to be too powdery or too dry, because if it is too dry, it will not stick to this rock properly, the slate. So you definitely would want it to have some type of liquidy consistency. So then he takes a thin credit card, so you can see here, and pours some onto the rock, and then spreads it around like you can see on the video here. So it's quite straightforward, quite easy to do. You don't want to put a lot of this food on the rock. You want to put very small amounts. So if you are going to make the mix liquidy, and then you put like 4 or 5 drops on each rock, like, you know, about a 30 centimeter by 10 centimeter wide, which is a foot by 4 or 5 inches wide plate, you want to put about 5 drops of food and spread it around like you can see here on the video. And here's another one Thomas is making. So you can see him pouring a little bit onto the rock using his credit card, and basically spreading it out all throughout the rock, and essentially just making the rock into a thin layer, applying a very thin layer of this paste onto these rocks or slates or whatever you're using. Okay, very straightforward, very easy at this point. And now you can see all the rocks that he's made throughout the last about 10 minutes or so. And these are different slates that he's made for his fish room. So you can see there's about 7 or 8 of them, varying sizes, and each one's specifically for different tanks. And but you can see they all have the same amount of food, more or less, very small amounts spread throughout each slate. Then he puts them on his heater. He actually has radiator heaters. We also here in Toronto have radiator heaters, but mine are actually now discontinued, so I'm using a central air heater or central heating. So if you have a central heating, you can probably leave it somewhere out for a little longer, but with what Thomas is doing here, it dries up in about 10 minutes, and it can be fed to your tank in about 20 minutes from the time he applies the liquid onto each slate. And then once it's done drying up, he leaves them out for a week or 2 weeks, depending on his requirements, and then every day he will put whatever amount of food he thinks each tank requires. So for example, a tank with like 15 zebs, he'll put 2 of these slates, or if he has 5 zebs, he'll just put 1 slate, and that's pretty much what he does. And then every morning he'll take the slates out, dry them up, and then once every 2 weeks repeat the process of remaking the food and applying it to these slates. You can possibly also freeze the leftovers, but I do recommend not to make any more than what you think you're going to use to apply to your rocks. And if you do make a little extra, I would recommend getting some more of these rocks, applying it to them, drying them out properly, and then storing them in a cool, dry place over the next few weeks as you would require, and then feeding it that way. Instead of putting it in the fridge, then rehydrating it, and then, you know what I mean, there's more chance of bacteria is growing. Once it's dried up, I found that the paste itself, it doesn't seem to go bad. Once it's dry on the rock itself or the slate, it just stays fresh. You know, it's just a very thin amount of very high quality ingredients, and it doesn't seem to go bad once it's dry outside. You are better off keeping it, in my opinion at least, outside on these slates dried, or once it's dried, you can refrigerate them also for safety or for freshness. But what Thomas told me, as well as a few others, that some of you guys that use this product as well, is that you can leave it out for a few days to a week or 2, and it doesn't seem to have any negative or detrimental issues to the food itself, or it's going bad or anything like that. So that's basically the video. I know you guys have so many questions, so please feel free to comment below, and I will get back to you in a timely manner. All my channel members, highly recommend connecting with me through social media. I have a new Telegram account. I can give you the information for that if you are a member. If you have Facebook, send me a message through Facebook. We have a secret chat group to all the channel members. All the channel members that are breeder level or higher, which is people that are paying $14.99 Canadian or higher, have direct access to me, and I do one-on-one coaching and mentorship to all my channel members that are the breeder level or master breeder level or higher. So if you are at one of those levels, highly recommend getting in touch with me and asking all your fish related questions, because that's what that level of membership is for, to help you guys to achieve your desires of breeding and keeping these fish, and also being successful at it. So anybody that is a channel member that is paying $15 or more, please contact me and get in touch so we can help you with your situation to move you forward onto successful spawns and whatnot. Everybody that has gone through this process is getting spawns. They are being quite successful. I want to give a shout out to Sandy Diamond, who's had over 100 different L340 spawns babies this year, and she's she's new to Pleco keeping, probably about a year in, and her Plecos are breeding like rabbits, and she's very happy about that. I'm very happy. Congratulations again, Sandy, and everybody else. Congratulations to all your successful spawns. If my videos have helped you, comment and let me know, and I will see you all on the next one. I love you all. God bless you.
Produced by Malik.